Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of... this is for October 2021. This is your bonus love reading. We are just going to jump right in here, Sagittarius, after I give it a good shuffle here. Four of Wands kept wanting to pop out in your reading, so definitely interesting in a love reading that the Four of Wands wants to keep popping out, but we'll see if it comes up or not. But let's see what is going on for you here, Sagittarius. Let's see here. Let's keep it going. And Sag. All right, Sagittarius. You start off with the King of Pentacles here. You have three kings showing up here, so that's interesting. Almost the Emperor. When you have all four kings, it's basically Emperor energy. So I feel that this is your current energy, by the way. Some of you could just be more focused on work at this time, or you could just be focused on working in general. For others, you could be focusing, in a lot of ways, I kind of use the King of Pentacles as a clue card. To me, the King of Pentacles can represent like being more focused only on people who are looking for something permanent, people who are looking for something more, secure and things like that. Your crossing energy is the King of Swords. The King of Swords does say that you might not be seeing things clearly as far as love is concerned. So I would stay open to possibilities. I would stay open to, different ways of doing things, different ways of, allowing people into your life and all that other stuff. King of Swords says you might not be seeing things clearly, but, especially in a crossing energy here. But again, this could be in love. I mean, it could be because of the Mercury retrograde, right, Sagittarius? So it's like because of the retrograde, you might not just be looking at love correctly, or you might not be seeing things correctly. Really, Mercury retrograde. I mean, take your time. Don't rush. You'll be fine. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Ace of Wands. Very sexy energy here, Sagittarius. So I feel like you're kind of like focused on growth, focused on growing. I also feel like you're very focused on your desires as well. Really nothing wrong with that. I feel like you're focused on like attracting a person that you do desire. Of course, I mean, who doesn't want that in the first place? But I feel like you're very focused on that. I also feel like you're very focused on creation. If we look at a lot of the cards that you have here, Page of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, even that Three of Pentacles as well as your outcome, it's kind of like, I feel like your focus is more on creating something beautiful, not just, getting into something. And so you're very focused on this creative energy. I would say that you're more focused on not just like creating the relationship, but it's like you're focused on creating other things. Like you're focused on creating a life with the person, or maybe you're even looking for a person to like have a business with or to work with. It's like, I feel like you want to be, your focus is more about like wanting to be part of a team with that Three of Pentacles energy. In the area of your foundation, you have the Ace of Cups. So I feel that you're coming from a good place. Kind of like saying your love energy is overflowing. I feel like you have more than enough love energy to give at this time, Sagittarius. And I feel like you're kind of like overflowing here, with the Ace of Cups. That cup is overflowing with love energy. In the past, you have the King of Wands here. For a lot, I feel like you've gotten burnt in the past, is what I would say here, Sagittarius. This could be your energy, but for the most part, I feel like it's more saying that you've been burned by people in the past and you're trying to put that behind you. And again, moving forward, you have the Ten of Wands in the area of your near future. So I feel like you're like ready to release the burdens of the past. There's really no need to like spend a lot of time here because, on this part of the reading in the past, because again, Ten of Wands really tells me that you're kind of ready to put these burdens down. You're ready to move past it. You're ready to be in something that's more equal as well. Because the Ten of Wands is like carrying a lot of burdens from another person or carrying other people's BS, right? So I feel like for a lot of you, the Ten of Wands is really saying like you don't want to be the one that is responsible for the entire relationship. I mean, that's like what all this is saying. So again, there's no reason for me to spend like 20 minutes just saying that, right? So that's why I skip forward. But really, I feel like you are just like, I don't want the whole responsibility. You're willing, I feel like you're willing to take some responsibility. Three of Pentacles, you're willing to split it with a person. Three of Pentacles is true teamwork, right? I actually love the Three of Pentacles as far as love is concerned because, to me, it's like, it's perfect. It's like a perfect team, and I feel like that's more what you're focused on. Not this right here. I don't like this. Next, in the area of the next few months, you have the Page of Wands. I feel like you're kind of like opening up to the adventure. I feel like a lot of people are in this place, is what I would say. I feel like people are feeling a little bit free-spirited as well. I'm cheating a little bit because, once we get into next year, and even at the end of this year, Jupiter enters into Pisces. Jupiter into Pisces, Jupiter is tied to love, by the way, Sagittarius. And even though, Venus is the planet of love, but Jupiter also has to do with love as well. And what I would say is Jupiter in Pisces is like, there's like this free-spirited kind of like element to it. It kind of is more like wanting to have fun, wanting to explore, wanting to get out there. So I feel this is kind of like pushing people out. It's like getting people out into the world. Maybe it's getting people, taking risks in love. We're not talking about crazy risks here. We're talking about the type of risk like going out on a date. Maybe you haven't been on a date in like 6 years, and maybe you finally just are like, all right, I'll give this person a chance, and then you fall in love. So, that's the type of stuff that I think of with Jupiter and Pisces. Jupiter and Pisces is very lucky, and it's kind of like serendipity as well. We could be meeting people where, like, out of the blue. It could just be like you could like run someone over with your shopping cart in the store. You could, and you fall in love with the person. It's like those meet cutes is what they call them, right? Am I making that up? Is that a real word? I'm not sure, but anyway, I feel like you should just be open to that energy. That's the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is like this spontaneous, free-spirited type of energy, and I feel like the more you embrace that, the more likely it is that you're going to meet a person. In the area of your closest relationships, you have the Eight of Pentacles. I kind of feel that for some of you, if you're looking to meet love or meet a person to fall in love with, that the Eight of Pentacles is talking about the people you work with. And so, if you work with people and they are going out, or maybe they have a friend that's single or something like that, I would be open to all those opportunities with the Eight of Pentacles, because I do feel like it is talking about work. I also feel it's saying that, as far as your closest relationships are concerned, you could be just very focused on your close relationships at this time, and that's probably a good thing. I always tell people, it's like if you have healthy, close relationships, it's like you're creating the energy to have a close relationship. It's like, I think we need to look at things that aren't connected when we're trying to attract something into our lives, right? Like, let's say we want a love relationship in our life. If we have good love relationships in our lives with other people, then chances are we'll attract a person who will have a good love relationship with. So it's like those things are connected, and I kind of get that message here. I feel like you're realizing that, and a lot of you you're probably just nurturing your closest, friends, family, things like that. And because of that, you're going to be attracting love into your life. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you're more focused. The rabbit here can represent fear, anxiety, being scared, kind of like all that stuff. And I feel like you're not afraid anymore. I titled, it might have been your reading that I recently titled Not Scared Anymore, or something like that, like a couple weeks ago, I think. Or it might have been Libra, I'm not sure. But again, I feel like you're just not afraid to kind of like take a risk. It's like you're not afraid to, get out there and meet new people with this Queen of Pentacles energy. So I do like to see that. And in the area of your outcome, you have the Three of Pentacles here. So I feel like for a lot of you, really nice. I feel like you're attracting a person who like really wants to like work towards common goals. I like the Three of Pentacles because like these two people here, it's like they're looking at a plan. And the plan was to build those three pentacles up here. So I feel in a lot of ways, it's kind of like, you're working together with a person to build something. It's like you're following a plan. It's not just, not just getting into a relationship to be in a relationship. There's like some sort of purpose behind it. So I like that energy. I'm going to pull this card here. And boom, you have this card was calling to me here. I don't remember the name of this deck right here. It's like the Gilded. No, it's not. This is the Kipper deck right here, Sagittarius. But it was like looking at me. I was like, I want that card. So there you go, community. I feel like your community is going to be very important for you. The people around you, and kind of like nurturing your close relationships. There's some sort of connection I was feeling here with that Eight of Pentacles. I feel like that's the most important thing. If you want love, I feel like that's the most important thing you could focus on is your other love relationships, because it's like by getting those things right, which they might be fine, but just nurturing them and kind of like being grateful for them could attract true love into your life. Let's clarify some of this here, Sag. I want to clarify this King of Swords here. You have the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you're moving away from that King of Swords energy is what, like, kind of like I said at the beginning of the reading. I feel like you're not looking for anything that is like indecisive or that isn't clear. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Ace of Cups twice. Really nice. Definitely love coming in for you here, Sagittarius. So for those of you looking for love, I feel like there could be love coming in for you here for sure. And definitely it's going to make your emotions overflow. I feel like you're going to be very happy. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Chariot. Definitely a victory coming in for you in love is what I would say. For a lot of you, it wouldn't surprise me. Again, cheating a little bit. According to Chris's crappy astrology here, Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus can bring people in from, not only Uranus and Taurus, but also Neptune and Pisces can bring people in from different backgrounds, long distance relationships. If we're making a change, if we are moving, if we're traveling, if we're changing jobs, anything like that, especially with Uranus and Taurus, any type of change that we make could bring in additional benefits like new love. So, it makes perfect sense to me that the Chariot would come up. It just doesn't surprise me for anybody when that comes up, but there you go. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Sun and the Five of Cups. Yep. I feel like a lot of happiness coming in for you, but I definitely feel you're done putting in the work with people who aren't willing to carry the responsibility. I don't think you care about responsibility in a relationship. I think like most people who are reasonable are like, yeah, there's going to be some responsibilities here. I think what you care about and what you should care about is like, are they also willing to be responsible for the relationship? And you're the only sign that has had the word responsibility popping up in the reading. So there you go. With the Page of Wands here, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, I feel like saying things are getting good here, Sagittarius. That is a weird word. The reason I feel that could make sense is the Seven of Wands can represent a barrier. It can say that, things are getting good, as in you're putting up a barrier. You're not going down the hill. You're only going up the hill. You're not, it's like you're no longer sacrificing things. Like, I feel like you're not willing to sacrifice, like, your happiness. You're not willing to sacrifice your peace and quiet, right? So it's like you're kind of starting at a certain level of, like, where you're allowing love in. Does that make sense? Like, I see, like, a gate where it's like, if someone is willing to meet you above this right here, like at the top of the hill, then you will let them into your life. But if they're staying below it, it's like you're not willing to allow that person in. It's almost like, the Seven of Wands is drawing a line in the sand. And I kind of feel like you're doing that, but to me, it more has to do with things that you're willing to sacrifice and not willing to sacrifice, which is a little bit different. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the King of Cups. So, like I said, nurture those close relationships. I feel like you will be happy you did. And what do you know? All four kings showing up in your reading as well. So, definitely, I feel like you're attracting kind of like that more Emperor type energy. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Cups here. This is your future feelings. Eight of Cups, I feel like you're very much just walking away from things that no longer serve you. And with the Three of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Cups. Make a wish here, Sagittarius. I like this. This is very, very good. For you, Sag, I would make a wish. I feel like you're just getting something you wish for. Things are getting good for you here in love as well. You could be attracting a water sign in your life here. Could be any sign. You have all four kings, I mean. So definitely like attracting that Emperor type energy. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. It could be any gender, but love it. So thank you for being here, Sag. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.